Okay. Hey guys, it's Bianca from Sag7, and you're plugged into NishoSoul, The Surge, the best podcast ever.
All right. So, Miss Bianca, I'm here with Miss Bianca today. I'm Nicole of The Surge, the Colon Soul webcast series that we do every month. We're going to talk to her a little bit today about what she has going on, the things that, has gotten her to this point, and we're going to get to know more about Bianca. Bianca, how are you doing today?
I am great. Thank you guys for having me, Soul.
Hey.
I love the name, by the way.
Thank you.
And I just said before we start recording, I'm so proud of you guys.
Oh, thank
Because
you.
both of you guys have performed at our shows.
Mm-hmm.
And to see you guys branching out to do your own thing, I'm excited.
I would have to say you're definitely one of my role models in the community for that, because I have performed at so many of your events, and I've even just gone just as a supporter to support you and the artists that you support as well. It's like I always have a good time. I'll never have any issues at your events. So
that's good.
I'm like,
that's what we strive for.
Yeah, and I know we talked before. I've talked to you about things that I wanted to do, and you giving me good tips, and Cohen as well. Y'all have given me a lot of good advice. So thank you for that.
Absolutely, no problem. This is what we do this for: is to not just take everything for ourselves. We pass the knowledge on, and we want you guys to take it and do great things. So
yeah,
that's what we want to do.
Thank you. So, even though we kind of touched on already what you do, go ahead and just go ahead and let everybody know what it is that you do. All of the things that you do. Just give us a good overview of everything.
Well, Sag7 is one big umbrella. So Sag7 Entertainment is the live music portion. So we specialize in live music events and social events such as Red Line Wednesdays, Lyrics and Libations, Grown Folks Music, and then some of our social stuff is like Tacos and Tequila or Trapping Thursdays or no, that wasn't the name. It's called Thursdays and Trap. Or something like that.
I remember
it was
the
at
flyer
Avery's.
from it. Yeah,
it was at Avery's. I know that. And then we do event planning. So we have like fundraisers, any type of thing that you want to do events for. Yeah. We can do pretty much. And then under that we have Sag7 Designs. We do logos, websites, flyers, stuff like that. So I'm actually in the process of trying to build an actual agency, a graphic agency. So I'm going to be doing a networking event soon at the Second Story Boutique on Georgia Avenue. I haven't set a date for it, but I want to do a creatives networking event. People who draw, sketch, who do flyers, who want to do those. So I'm really trying to build a strong agency because I get a lot of work and I can't do it all by myself.
Yeah.
But Sag7 Entertainment.
Hey, got the shirt on.
I know I'm corny. I had to put my shirt on.
Are y'all
I had to rap.
Are y'all selling those, or is that just for the team?
Yeah, I am selling these soon. These are old. When I first started the company, I bought like 100 of them, and I was like, people are going to buy them. And it was like, we don't know you, so we're not going to spend $20 on a shirt. So I just pretty much gave it to my friends and family. But I will be getting some more.
That's still good marketing.
It is. I will be getting some more, so like tank tops and stuff. So I'm thinking more of summertime.
Yeah.
So yeah, they will be available for purchase. They'll let you know when they're available on their podcast. I'll be a paid sponsor.
Oh, please do. Please.
Gotcha.
we'll wear the shirts.
Yeah, I'll have them. I'll pay sponsor them. That's how
you
make your money.
Sag7 is my public trust. Like these connections out here. Sag7.
I'm saying it on record. I will be a paid sponsor for the Soul and Cold Show.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We holding her to it because she said so. On camera.
Please do.
All right, so you got the graphic design, the event planning, all of the curating. So what motivates you, inspires you to just get up every morning and be like, I'm going to do this every day? Like, what lights that fire for you?
Because I don't want to work for anybody else. I don't want a boss. So that motivates me. Yeah, that's all the motivation I need. From a young age, I've had a lot of jobs. Like a lot of jobs. Like I'll work a job for a week and be like, it's not for me, and I'll quit and then get another one. So through that process, I was like, working for other people is just not my niche. It's not my steez. It's not my jam. So I was like, I need to do something. What do I like to do? And it also came with, I think, segue into lupus for a second. When I found out I had lupus, it kind of gave me an excuse not to work because I'm kind of like, okay, I can't really work because I don't know when I'm gonna get sick. So what can I do to survive? So I was like, okay, what do I like to do? I like music and I like business. Why not and see what happens?
Yeah.
And we see what happens.
Yeah.
I started my company with no money and on my mother's couch because I had to move back home because I couldn't work. And I had a good friend named Dante Austin who was like, I'll design your logo for you. And I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, and you can host your site on my he has a web development company. He was like, and you can host your site on my thing. I was like, okay, cool. So let's get this thing started. Yeah, it's just like it's just about who you know.
Yeah.
And that's how it kicked off. But that is my main motivation. I know that this world is not made for us to make money and to live and to thrive. So from under someone else's regime, under someone else's thumb, they get to choose how much you make. And it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to spend 40 hours a week, 80 hours per paycheck, busting my ass for somebody else's company, why not invest that into my own and keep all my money?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And keep all my money.
You're going to work all that time.
That makes sense to me. I don't know about y'all.
Especially people it's weird because, people go after salary jobs, and salary jobs are good. It's a guaranteed paycheck.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, like, if you really don't like your job, you think about it, you probably work like 60 hours in a week, but only getting paid for 40.
Now,
like,
if you work a salary job and that's your passion and that's what you do, sometimes I wish I had an every 2 week paycheck. Okay, I'm not knocking that hustle because people got bills, kids, and families.
I'm going after a salary job right now, but it's dealing with music publishing and copyrights. And
exactly.
That's my thing.
It's in pursuit of what you really want to do. Oh, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I get contracts for jobs to work when I ain't got no bread. Like, okay, I need a good little 30-hour joint, and I go work my little contract and come home. Sometimes you need that, but if it's something in your heart that you know you really, really want to do it. You can work your 9 to 5 and still pursue that. It's podcasts out here called Side Hustles Podcast. You could be at work at your 9 to 5 on your podcast, trying to figure out how to make other money. So I'm not knocking the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
If that's what you're good at, that's what you go to school for.
That's where your focus is at. That's where your focus and passion is.
Me personally, can't do it. Almost
for some of us, there isn't a job out here that fits what we exactly want to do. So that's when you create the job.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it.
So you did segue a little bit into lupus, but I want to ask you one more thing, kind of in the same thing before we go into that part. So I know people only see, like, a lot of times see the end of the work. That's all that people see most of the time. So they see you at the show and like, oh dang, she get to do these shows, and think it's really easy, and it's not. It's a lot of hard work and stuff that goes into it. So talk to me a little bit about like the hard parts of it, and I know you saw the question before, so go ahead and tell me the pet peeves. So tell us a little bit about that, please.
Ooh, that's my favorite word in the English dictionary. Pet peeve. I tell you, it just lets me complain. Who doesn't love that? Yeah. But no, you're right. A lot of people see either a great show or they see a not so great show. Yeah. Either way, the process was hard. It's even harder to put on a great show. Yeah. You've done shows and you've been in the show and you said to yourself, I could probably do this. Yep. And then when you actually did, you was like, God damn, I didn't know it was like this. Yeah. Right. So, it is a lot of work. When I first started, I did everything myself. Everything. I found all the artists. I used to ride the train to drop them off tickets, like from one end of the line to the other end of the line. And they never wanted to meet me inside. So I always had to pay money to go out, to hand them tickets, to come right back in, to spend more money.
The first show I did for you, but I met you inside.
You know, she was one of the ones who did meet me at the gate. She met me at the gate. I was like, yes. But yeah, that's what I was doing when you first met me. And you were probably like the fourth person that day. I had just came from like New Carrollton. I think I met you at Georgia Avenue. I had to meet somebody else in Greenbelt. I had to meet somebody else in Virginia. So I was like meeting people everywhere to drop them off their tickets and do all type of stuff. So I was doing everything myself. I was finding the venues. I was paying for the venues. I was doing everything. Setting up social media. I was doing everything. Doing a door. I ain't had no host. I was hosting and doing a door. and trying to do music. So if you came to my early shows, I was like chicken over here because I was like everywhere. I was like music, bye, here, there, money. I was just doing everything. And that was exhausting. So that was a pet peeve. But it's just, you have to have a good team.
Mm-hmm.
And I get annoyed when artists or when people in general like complain, and it's like, well, y'all should have did, or when people tell you you shoulda, coulda, woulda, whatever, and it's like, what money are you putting in my pocket? What money did you put up for this venue? Are you hosting? Are you volunteering your time? Do you have an aux cord? Did you buy one? Are you paying for the DJ? And it's like, how do you have an opinion about something that's not yours? I think that's my biggest thing.
Yeah,
like, I should have, or you should have.
Yeah,
you could have, but did you? So it's like, you can't and then I get into the like the pay for play type of thing. Granted, I will say there are some people out here that's doing too much with that. $400, $500,
yeah, for like 5 minutes,
$100. I've never charged the artist more than $50 for a performance, and that was for tickets.
Yeah, and
then you kept the money that you had. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
why I appreciate the way you did things. Like, because it covers your end, one, because nobody's going to pay $50 and then not show up.
Right.
And not promote and not get people to come out.
Exactly. That's the point.
But if you, like that's why I like the way you do it, for one. But these other places, they have you pay $100 and they don't do, like, and you do a lot of promotion and networking for artists. Like, a lot of artists, if y'all don't know, y'all did a Bianca show, she puts a lot of work into getting people to come out. Okay. So you're paying for that as well, even though you get to keep the money.
And you get a flyer.
Exactly. So,
and I charge for those.
I know firsthand that you do a lot for the artists to actually let them have an audience when they come out.
Because I feel like if you're a new artist, like, that's how we started with Redline. Even though we brought it back now periodically, it started to give artists a platform. Now, when we charged the $50 when we first started, it was like, you get your tickets, you sell your tickets. That's a way to build, for you to go out and have people come to your show. You can't just be like, oh, I sing, I rap, come see me.
Right.
Nobody knows you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're out there networking, like, hey, I have a ticket to my show, and you're showing people your videos or whatever, you're out there networking and people are getting to know you, that's how you build up a fan base.
Yes, exactly.
So that's one thing. And then you get to keep the money from the tickets that you sell. I don't really need it. I mean, hello. And you know what I'm saying? Other things. And then you get a flyer. You get a personal flyer. What other shows were really, I didn't see before me. Maybe they were really giving you guys personal flyers that they were just jumbling y'all faces onto one thing. I didn't know who name was for what,
or not face. Even faces, just names.
Yeah,
just
what
names.
Name for what face, or what name for whoever. And I'm like, no, when somebody has their own personal flyer, it makes them feel like, okay, I'm a part of something.
Yeah.
And I'm going to promote it more because my face on it. Not just my name. And you're promoting flyer with 30 other people. Even if you are on a stage with 30 other people, it's just your name and your face on that flyer. So you can promote it more. So, I mean, that was really the goal, is to really have you guys, you know what I'm saying? We're not trying to take from y'all.
Yeah.
And people's like, well, y'all get to keep all the door. Like, do you realize you got to pay the sound man? You got to pay the DJ. You got to pay. It's like, we get paid last.
Yeah. And sometimes that's zero.
Man, I walked out of the
sometimes it's negative.
We've had a great show. I walked out of the conversation with $20. Sometimes we just be like, I just need gas money.
Right.
I worked out with $2. I've had to pay my host. And it's like, we don't do it. If you're trying to do shows and you're trying to live off of the shows when you first start, you're gonna be homeless.
You're gonna be.
You can't depend on show money for bill money. Period.
No. Because
you might have a great show and you might make $100, or a great show might be $100. A great show might be $500. A great show might be $20. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really be like, my cell phone bill due the next day. I'm really counting on this show.
Yeah.
Because your phone gonna be off.
You can't depend on it.
You really can't. But we do put a lot into it because it's not for us. It's for y'all. When I say y'all, I mean the artists. It's for you guys to gain new fans. It's for you guys to become fans of other artists. It's I like the way she sings. I've been looking for a singer. I want to put her on my hook. Or I've been looking for a rapper. I like him. I want to put him on my song. Or you see a photographer walking around taking pictures. Boom, I need a photo shoot. It's a networking thing.
Because it builds the economy for all of us.
Yeah. And that's what it is. I think, like, I hate describing myself as a promoter because they get such a bad rap. And I do so many other things that promote it. But it is a part of my job.
Producer, that's what you are.
Yeah, I try to.
You produce connections,
miracle worker.
Miracle worker.
Whatever.
Make it work.
Whatever title you want to call me. But yeah, so that's the spiel.
Cool. So now we can shift gears and go to the real stuff. Don't do that, Light. Laced.
No, right?
As soon as I said that, it was just like. All right, so you did tell everybody that you were struggling with lupus, and I know you received a lot of support, a lot of love for it. You had the event to support it. When was that? That was like last year, right?
Yeah, I did. I had a lupus awareness event at it was the Luff on 8th Street. It's not called the Luff anymore. It's called On the Rocks.
Oh, really?
It's called On the Rocks. Yeah, it was actually in transition when I got there. Yeah, in transition for a lot of stuff, but they redid it and revamped it and all that good stuff. So yeah, this light is not hey, I'm pretty sure it looks a little crazy now.
Is it? How does it look? Can you still see us?
I can still see y'all. It's a little less light than it was before.
Okay. Pause.
All right, so. I gotta get myself back together now.
Give it up for
all
the
right.
light.
Let's give it up for the light. We had to get the light. All right. So before we had to find new light because the clouds decided to, really be just an a-hole. Yeah. So we were talking about your lupus situation. So when did you learn about it, and what feelings did you go through when you first started dealing with it?
Well, I knew about it a little bit because I used to watch YouTube, and this girl that I used to watch, she had it, but I didn't know exactly what it was until I was diagnosed October 2013. So it's been about 5 years almost, which is crazy because 5 years is came and gone. I didn't know how to feel because I didn't really know a lot about it. I just knew I had something that I couldn't get rid of, and I was kind of like, okay. But I know me as a person, I'm like, okay, I can pretty much get through anything. I think all of us can. So I felt a little down. I think the people around me were more affected. Like, my best friend cried. She was like, oh my God. I was like, bitch, I'm not dying. Like, relax. And my sister was like, oh my God. I was just like, oh my, should I be crying?
Right.
I'm like
y'all must think y'all gonna bury me tomorrow.
Yes. I was like, I don't have cancer. They act like I told them I had like stage 4 cancer. And then I was like, I had a week to live. Like, everybody was like so emotional. And I was just like, am I a sociopath? Because I don't feel anything right now.
Because when somebody else tells you, like, you're on the outside, you're like, dang, this person is dealing with this serious thing that has taken lives of people. But,
it has. It definitely has. And
it
takes people at a young age. So I think other people were more like, oh my gosh. But I learned as much information as I can. If you want to learn more information, you can go to lupus.org and it'll give you all the breakdown and statistics and stuff like that. But I know that I have it, but I don't let it like take me over. Like sometimes I forget because I'm just like, I feel great today, and then it's like lupus knocking on my door and it's like, girl,
like, devil, you trying?
I'm staying for 2 weeks and it's nothing you could do. I already got my bags here, so I call her Miss Lulu. That's kind of like my thing. Everybody know who Miss Lulu is. So if I say I'm not feeling well, all of my cousins and my family hit me and was like, we're gonna beat Miss Lulu's ass and F her, and I'm just like, oh my God. But I get a lot of support with it. A lot of people understand. I don't try to use it as a crutch. So like if I'm dating people and stuff, like people who see this and you want to date me, yes, I have lupus. But if I'm meeting somebody, I don't lead with that. But not to say that they wouldn't want to talk to me. It's just like, it's private. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And some days I'm really sick to where I can't get out of bed or I have to go to the hospital. And it's like, you don't want to put somebody in that situation to make them feel like they have to take care of you. Because I can do it by myself. You know what I mean? It would be nice if somebody did. But
for now, you don't want to worry about it.
Exactly. You don't want to worry about it. But I try not to let it affect my work and my shows. If you see me, if I'm not there and I'm sick, that means I'm really sick. Because I've been at shows sick. And people just don't know because I just want to keep going. I don't want it to take me down or let it just defy who I am. Yeah. But, sometimes it takes me out, man. But
understood. Well, I'm glad that you still, you're even past fighting it. Like, I don't think it's a word for dirt. She like
I didn't beat her ass. I just snatched her wig. Her ass is gone.
I was trying to think of a word,
and it's on World Star.
I don't even think there's a word to like define what like how like even like I know other people who have lupus who are living with it, and like it really is. Some days you see them and they live like
just can't.
Nothing's wrong.
Can't sometimes.
Yeah, you can't let it take over you.
And
If you got
other
any
days,
type
you're
of,
like, hey, girl, you look good.
Yeah.
Like, I feel good, girl.
So shout out to anybody living with a chronic, would it be like a chronic disease? Would that be?
Disorder, disease, illness. Really depends. Like, you can say disease around me. Some people don't like disease because it just sounds really so bad. But, I mean, it is what it is.
If anybody with a chronic illness out here living, y'all the truth. Y'all the real goats out here. Y'all living. Everybody else who healthy and still complaining about life because they missed their parking spot in the front of the Walmart. Y'all ain't shit.
Y'all not shit. My Facebook is loaded with people who just complain, and I'm just sitting over here like, I had this swollen lymph node in my neck for 2 weeks. You fine.
Chill out.
It's okay. God got you, girl. Anyways,
so to wrap this up, what is the end goal of everything that you're doing right now? What is 40 years from now? Where's Bianca?
40 years from now, she is award winning in something. A couple awards of something.
Yes.
I'm already the CEO of something, but like I want to be in Forbes as like the top 5, top 10 of whatever.
Let's speak it into existence.
Exactly. I want my company. I want to employ other Black people Black and brown who want to be entrepreneurs in their own right. Okay. So dealing with entrepreneurship and things like that. And we didn't talk about Man Up.
Oh, we didn't.
No, okay, let me
just one more minute.
One more minute.
All right, one more minute.
Okay, so Man Up is at least segue to entrepreneurship. It's making a new united people. It was started by a group of guys from Howard University, Howard alums. Shout out to Breeze. And they just Philly fans. They won the Super Bowl. Anyways, so our goal for that is to teach entrepreneurship, health, and wealth to the youth because again, we know that the word is not here for them. You know what I'm saying? So we want them to have the tools and the knowledge and the weapons to be armed to say, I'm smart, I can do it, I have my own thing, and teach them how to do that because all of us are entrepreneurs. So who are the best ways to teach them is entrepreneurs. So that's what I want to do. I want to teach other people how to become entrepreneurs. I want to do the best events. I want to do the best designs. Like I said, I want to start my agency, and I just want to employ my own. Okay. I mean, not to exclude anyone else.
We need a lot of rebuilding in our community. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. I want to rebuild my community and give back and hire people who look like me and put them in positions of power.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
I support it. I mean, you already know I support everything that you do. So,
and I support you guys. And thanks for coming to my little house on my little ugly red couch.
I love this couch.
I hate this couch.
If y'all throw this couch away, call me. I will take it if I got space for it.
I'm gonna call you.
So thank y'all for tuning in. This has been Nicole Lerner of Cole and Soul the Surge. Here with Bianca. We signing out.